On today's Smart 7, Keir Starmer goes all in on AI, Melania Trump heads to the White House, and lots more. It's Tuesday, 14th of January, it's National Dress Up Your Pet Day, and happy birthday, Jason Bateman.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
It may be that someone got Prime Minister Keir Starmer a ChatGPT subscription for Christmas because Monday saw him declare that the UK is all in on AI. He says the technology can turbocharge Labour's plan for change and that it may have a significant role to play in the public service. He's created a new AI Opportunities Action Plan, which has already seen £14 billion worth of investment from leading tech firms and will help to create over 13,000 jobs. Starmer says AI can be a real point of difference for the UK.
Government has a responsibility to make it work for working people. And the opportunities of this technology, they're not just going to somehow fall into our lap. This is the global race of our lives.
He says the UK will lead by applying AI technology in hospitals and even to things like speed cameras and pothole detection. Sana Karagani is the former head of the Office for AI, and she says it has potential to revolutionise public services.
The action plan covers kind of three main areas. One is around the fundamentals of AI. So then there is a whole section about the adoption of AI. That definitely is looking at the provision of public sector services based on AI.
While the Prime Minister was introducing the new AI plan, his Chancellor Rachel Reeves was coming under increasing pressure as the pound struggles against the dollar and borrowing costs hit record highs. Her trip to Beijing during the crisis is being seen as an error, and there were questions about the Chancellor for Keir Starmer at his press conference. He expressed confidence in her, and Downing Street later issued a statement in support of Reeves. Paul Johnson of the Institute for Fiscal Studies says that the American economy and anxiety around Trump are largely to blame.
In the short run, honestly, there's not an enormous amount that she can do. These stories, these things in the markets happen week by week, and government economic policy has impacts at best year by year.
Chair of the Confederation of British Industry, Rupert Soames, says that the crisis in confidence was sparked by the October budget and the Tory black hole in the finances.
The Chancellor told us at the time of the budget that there was an unexpected hole and business was going to have to fill it. That came as a surprise to business. The extent of the hit, the tax take out of business.
Los Angeles continued to struggle with wildfires on Monday as the death toll continued to rise and two of the fires continued to burn out of control. LA's Fire Chief Kirsten Crowley warned that with red flag warnings for winds up until Wednesday, that the city is not in the clear. Tens of thousands of people have been evacuated and millions of dollars have begun rolling in for the fire relief fund, including $2.5 million from Beyoncé, whose mother's Malibu house was destroyed. Countries across the world have been offering support and firefighting personnel, but there was also an unexpected offer from embattled Ukrainian President Zelensky.
Today, I instructed Ukraine's Minister of Internal Affairs to prepare for the possibility of the participation of our rescuers in combating the wildfires in California. The situation there is extremely challenging, and Ukrainians can help Americans to protect lives.
Donald Trump will be inaugurated as the 47th President of the United States on Monday 20th of January. In advance of the chaos that will follow, his wife Melania has been chatting to Fox News about her plans for her second term as First Lady. She says she'll be bringing back her widely mocked Be Best campaign, and Amazon are busy making a documentary about her, which she is also listed as a producer on, that will drop later this year. She says she's planning to live full-time in the White House and that she's quite prepared to stand up to her husband if she doesn't agree with him.
I'm standing on my own 2 feet, independent. I have my own thoughts. I don't always agree what my husband is saying or doing. I gave him my advice, and sometimes he listens, sometimes he doesn't, and that's okay.
Still to come on the Smart 7, David Moyes is back at Everton and Ben Stiller needs a barber. Right after this. Welcome back. 3,
After a hectic weekend of FA Cup action, there were still 4 games left in the third round. Monday night saw Millwall welcome Dagenham and Redbridge with the final 3 games on Tuesday night. They were facing off for the chance to meet Leeds United in the 4th round, and the game finished 3-0 to Millwall, which means they travel to Leeds on the 8th of February. This week also sees a busy Premier League fixture list with games on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. It also sees David Moyes return to Everton with a huge task ahead of him, as the club are in 17th position and haven't scored a goal in 8 of their last 10 games. He was sounding confident though.
The new players who are going to come here, we want them to be excited by the thought of going to the new stadium. So overall, I hope we can all get together and find a way of spending a bit of money, but as you well know, we've still got a little bit of work to do to clear everything. So we need to be mindful of that as well.
2024 saw a number of movies get a sequel decades after they first hit the cinema, including Beverly Hills Cop, Beetlejuice and Ghostbusters. But we're not done yet, as Adam Sandler gets in on the long-delayed sequel action with a follow-up to Happy Gilmore, which first hit cinemas in 1996. Adam's got the gang back together with Christopher Donald back as Shooter Gavin, along with a bunch of new faces like Bad Bunny and Travis Kelce. Early trailers revealed that the villain of the first movie is back too, with Ben Stiller rebooting Hal-El's famous moustache for Netflix.
There was a moment when we were shooting, I just said, here we are, still here doing this. How lucky are we? It took me 6 months to grow the mustache, and so I had to stop working. We had to stop shooting Severance.
Have you ever watched Good Will Hunting and thought to yourself, this movie would be even better if it was a thriller? No? Well, somebody did, and now we've got a new series coming to Apple TV Plus about a maths genius who has to go on the run when he stumbles across a potentially gigantic maths mystery involving prime numbers. It is called Prime Target, and it stars White Lotus star Leo Woodall alongside Quintessa Swindell and Irish actor Stephen Ray. It hits Apple TV on January 22nd.
Everyone tells me you're brilliant. You're looking for sequences in prime numbers.
What if numbers didn't behave the way we assumed? What if we're not in control?
You need to drop this now.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.